Welcome to Newsday's special election coverage. I'm Jessie. Later in the evening, we'll be bringing you the results of the key races as they come in, as well as in-depth analysis from Newsday's team of political experts. The big matchup this election day, President Trump versus Joe Biden. The president is hoping for a second term, but the former vice president is hoping to push him out, saying Mr. Trump has divided the nation. The balance of power in Congress also in play. In the House of Representatives, Democrats have the majority, 232 seats versus 197 seats held by Republicans. In the Senate, Democrats think they have a chance to win a few key races and push Republicans out of power. Right now, the GOP holds a 53-45 majority with 2 independents who caucus with Democrats. There are some hot congressional races right here on Long Island and some local contests that could have a big impact on our lives. I spoke with Newsday's team of political experts about the importance of down ballot races this election.
Down ballot races are really important as Long Island has 22 assembly seats, and there's going to be at least 5 new people there based on open seats. There's 9 Senate districts. Very interesting races, 3 seats held by Republicans right now.
One big race to watch is for the seat held by Peter King, who's retiring.
Peter King retiring after 28 years in office, and so it's a once-in-a-generation opportunity to win this seat. A lot of focus on this nationally for how this might affect the balance of power in the U.S. House of Representatives.
Democrat Jackie Gordon is going head-to-head with Republican Andrew Garbarino, who's trying to keep the seat red.
Well, nationally, both of these races, the Peter King seat and the Lee Zeldin seat, have generated a lot of interest.
Republican Lee Zeldin is seeking a 3rd term, but Democrat Nancy Goroff, a Stony Brook professor, has her eye on the seat.
They're arguing that, that Goroff has a science background, that's the type of thing that voters are looking for now in this era of coronavirus.
In Albany, another big seat is open.
Kenneth LaValle, who's represented Long Island for 44 years, is leaving the state Senate. So that battle for his seat at the eastern end of Long Island, Laura Ahern, Democrat, against Anthony Palumbo, Republican, is a huge race.
Yancey also says to watch out for freshman Democrats.
The ones you want to watch there are Monica Martinez in Brentwood, Jim Gorin in Northport, and Kevin Thomas in Levittown.
Newsday columnist Joy Brown says while the state of New York may be blue, Long Island is purple.
And in Nassau in 2016, the entire county went for Hillary Clinton. And in Suffolk in 2016, the county went for Donald Trump,
which can play a big role in the results. Joy also says a wave of new independent voters could play a major role in the outcome.
The overwhelming majority of the new voters in Nassau or Suffolk, these are people voting in these jurisdictions for the first time or voting this year in these jurisdictions, are young people. They are millennials, they are Zoomers. The number of blank voters has also grown on Long Island, and those voters are assumed to be younger voters.
Declaring a winner in all of those races will be a huge task considering the record number of ballots that have been cast. So how is the turnout and how is the mood at polling places here on Long Island? We sent Cecilia Dowd to find out.
A contentious race for president, a pandemic, Election Day 2020, one for the books.
It was nice to get it done, and once that ballot was submitted, it was really good to see, and it's feel accomplished for the day.
Throughout the day, there were lines and there were lulls. Voters waiting on lines in Elmont, Deer Park, and Mattituck. Those who voted during the late morning hours at Woodland Elementary School in Hicksville lucking out.
Good, very quick. They took us right in.
Despite COVID concerns, an absentee ballot wasn't an option for Maria Marmora, who wanted to vote on Election Day the way she always has.
I think it's very important. Everybody should have a say in the government. Sometimes only one vote can make a big difference, and you should really get out and vote.
While some preferred to keep their presidential candidate of choice to themselves, Kaitlyn Donnelly wasn't shy.
You just yelled Trump.
Yeah.
Can you tell me why you're voting for the president, why it's important that you're here?
We need law and order. Our cops are getting abused and going to work. And we need change. We need everyone to respect each other.
Around noon here at Indian Hollow Primary School in Comac, the line to vote just keeps growing. You could see the amount of people behind me. This line wraps around the playground over here, and then it stretches around the perimeter of the property. Long Islanders like Alex Nastasi taking it in stride, one of many in Comac practicing patience at the polls.
I waited an hour. It was an hour to the minute.
How did it go?
It was fine. I mean, luckily we have technology to keep us busy, so I was on my phone for most of the time. But yeah, it was okay chatting with my sister and texting people who are also waiting on lines.
After so many gray days of early voting, sometimes in bad weather, today's blue skies were a bonus as Long Islanders made their voices heard.
There's people that complain about that they government and this and that, but they don't vote, and they should really vote.
Cecilia Dowd for Newsday.
That's it for now, but we'll be keeping you updated throughout the night on results as they come in. Remember, you can always get up-to-the-minute election results on our website. For Newsday, I'm Faith Jessie.